Okay, there we go. Okay. Hey, Melissa. Hi, Krista. Shelly, Fern, iPhone. Don't know who you are. That's okay. Who? Oh, I know you tried to say something, but it cut out. Okay, Melissa,
Yeah.
I know that's you, but there's another iPhone there, and I was just curious who it was. But I'm happy that you're here, Melissa. All right. Not everyone's here yet, and we have 1 more minute. Any requests? I was thinking about some shoulder stuff. Okay, all right. Nothing particular, huh? If you change your mind, let me know. Got another, oh, it's 3:30. Let's start out on our backs tonight. Because, oh, shoulders good. Okay, good, Melissa. Okay, I am going to mute everyone so that, pardon? Okay, I'm going to mute everyone because if I don't, then if you make, all right, I see you coming on there, Melissa. I'm not sure if you're trying to say something to me or if you're just talking over there and it's getting picked up.
Don't know either.
Oh, I heard you. You said I don't know either. Okay, well now I'm going to mute you.
Well, yeah, you should.
And then no one will, then you can talk all you want and you're not going to pop up on the screen. Okay, here comes Mary. Oh, you guys have snow there, don't you? I heard there's snow. In fact, we can see it. Wait a minute, let me just mute everyone. Okay. We have a doorbell, right? The Ring doorbell where you can see there's a camera there and we just watch our driveway get plowed. So I know that you guys have snow, which is nice, right? Okay. I mean, it's winter. Karen, hello. That's you. Okay. All right. Welcome. Okay, on our backs, shoulders, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So just come onto your back. You're probably already there. And just relax your body into your mat. So just spread it open, Shavasana style. All right. So you want your legs apart and you want your toes outward. And then your arms should be out as well with your palms up. Why these positions for your arms and your hands and your feet? I should say more hands and feet, because that rotates the bones in a really nice way in the hips and in the shoulders to ease tension. Now, take your chin and just wiggle it to your chest a bit. Now relax the chin, let it fall in a neutral position, and feel yourself dropping into the back of your head, into the skull. Now take awareness to the breath, to your breath. And just let the body settle. All right, for those of you who just joined us, I heard a few ding-dongs of people coming in. We're going to focus on shoulders tonight. Now take your legs together so that your leg bones, your thigh bones are coming out directly from the middle of your hips. Okay, or more or less, but right about there. And then the toes, instead of turning outward, are going straight up toward the ceiling. Now take your arms out to a T position, arms to the sides, and slowly bring your arms up to the ceiling. Keep them nice and straight. Now feel the weight of your arm bones lifting. Go really slow, slow motion. Feel the arm bones lifting. Yeah, awareness in the shoulder joints, everyone. Okay, now slowly bring those arms overhead, really slowly. I want you to take your awareness to your shoulders. And as the arms come overhead, you feel some stretch in the biceps. You've got some more space. You can wiggle your chin to your chest a little bit. Don't let the hands touch the ground. Just let them come over your head. Nice. Straighten out your fingers. Spread them apart and wiggle them. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Get all the bones in each and every one of your fingers. Yeah, wiggle, wiggle. Now, straighten the fingers, press them together. That's called blade shape. Take the hands together. You're still over your head here. Hands come together so you're in a prayer position. And if you need to bend the elbows, that is fine. Now interlace your fingers and flip your palms so that they're facing away from the crown of your head. And then press the heels of your palms away from you. Yeah, there's the shoulders already getting a little wake up. Breathe deeply here as you're pressing your palms away from you, deeply, deeply. Okay, now we're going to add on. Keep pressing away with the hands. Flex the feet. Open the toes up. Wiggle the toes. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay, flex the heels again. Stop wiggling. Spread the toes out. Splay them out as much as you can. And then press the heels away from your belly button and your palms away from your belly button. And you're just drawing yourself in two directions, right? Upward, downward. Yeah. Relative to your body position, that is, not to the ceiling. Okay, now let the heels fall into the ground. Bend the right knee to your chest. Flip the palm so it's facing your crown again. Bring the arms up. Your hands are still connected. Bring your palms to your right shin. Wiggle the chin to your chest. Bend the elbows out to the sides of your body. Now deeply press down into the shin. Oh, right hip is starting to open here. Feel that. Now, as you're pressing down, little more, little more. Feel how you're pressing into the right side of your abdomen, of your torso, okay? That is the the ascending portion of your colon. So getting some nice compression there. Now, squeeze your elbows into your body and press some more. Okay, press the shoulders away from your ears. A lot of isometric here. Now, give a really big, deep belly breath. Pressing the belly into your right thigh. When you exhale, you can open your mouth if you want to detox, release. Really getting deep into the lower abdominal area. Okay, now slide your left hand down to the top of your right ankle. Grab it. Take your right hand to your right inner thigh, just above the knee. Press that right knee out to the side. Press some more. Rotating your thigh bone in your hip, simply to open that hip up. Keep that right knee pressing out to the side. Take your left hand next to the right. Now you can grab the top of the ankle with both hands. Flex that right foot a bit. Flex the left foot. Okay, bend your elbows and pick your chest up toward the ceiling. Your head just came off the mat. Press out through that left heel. Bring your head back down. Okay. You got a couple options here. Well, first, let's get rid of that left arm. Left arm comes out to the side in a T position, which means it's right out from the shoulder, just ever so slightly lower, definitely not higher. Now, you're grabbing onto your right ankle. Instead, yogi toe lock, thumb and pointer, wrap around the big toe, or you can just get a hold of that leg at the shin. Now, straighten that leg up to the ceiling as straight as you can get it. You may need to bend, and then slowly bring it to the right side. Try to keep that left hip anchored. If it's hard for you, take the left hand to the left hip to keep it there. Right inner thigh is opening. Right groin is opening up. Hang out here. Breathe. Again, you can exhale through the mouth or through the nose. Always inhale through the nose here. Okay, now listen up. You're going to need a little balance here. Left arm out to the side. If you had it at the hip, release it. Right arm to the side, T position. That right leg is still there. Flex the right heel and make some circles. Oh gosh, feel the right hip. Feel those inner thigh muscles work. Slow and controlled, everyone. Breathe through this. Nice deep breaths. Reverse the circle. Bring that leg up to the ceiling now. Nice. Bend the knee. Take a hold of the shin. Intertwine your fingers. Press the thigh into your body again. Elbows into your body. Lift the left foot off the ground. Flex it. Lift up head and upper back. Breathe here. Bring the heel down, bring the head down. Right arm comes out to the side. Left hand grabs the side of that bent leg. That's the right leg, and draws it over to your left side. We're going to rotate the spine right here. Soften up that left shoulder, right shoulder. Breathe into this. Go where you feel it. Give that part of your body breath. Deep belly breaths right here. All right, now bring the right arm up to the ceiling. Okay, spread the fingers apart again. Wiggle them. Bring them together blade shape. Make a fist. Push that fist up to the ceiling. Feel that arm bone lift up from the shoulder joint. Keep the left shoulder nice and soft. Now soften the hand, keeping the arm up there. Slowly bring the arm overhead. And then take it to the right. And then over your hip, and then to the left, and then overhead again. So you're circling the arm in order to open the shoulder. If you can, if you feel comfortable doing it, close your eyes and feel that shoulder joint. Okay, that's where you want to focus, the shoulder joint. The movement of the arm is just there to open up that joint. Reverse direction. Take another full circle. And when you've completed that circle, let the arm drop to the right side again into a T position. Now the left arm in a T position. Draw back the navel, lift the knee to the ceiling. Oh, here comes the lower back, contacting the mat again. Straighten everything out. Now straighten that right leg to the ceiling. Grab a hold behind it, intertwine your fingers. Bend the elbows to draw the top of that thigh toward your torso. And then you get a huge release in the hamstring. Breathe here. Yeah, deeply. All right, let the right foot and the right leg come down to the ground. And then just take a moment to just kind of rock side to side along your butt, side to side, just to get everything kind of straightened out, right? You want the spine nice and straight before we begin to the other side. Bring the arms up and overhead, palms together, intertwine, bend the left knee, take it up to the chest, let the palms fall into the left shin, bend the elbows to press that thigh deeply, deeply into your body. Chin to the chest, neck is relaxed. Squeeze those elbows into your body. Press some more. Breathe deeply and feel the left side of your belly hit your thigh when you breathe. Side for your descending colon. Okay, so a translation for the Sanskrit word for this position is wind relieving pose. So you can guess why. So if you pass some gas here, that's totally normal. In fact, it's a good one if you have trapped gas or an upset stomach. Nice full breaths. Slide the right hand down until it grabs the top of that left ankle. Okay, bend that right elbow to bring that heel up towards your belly button. Left hand presses into the inner thigh to draw that left knee out to the side. So you're using the muscles in your arms and in your shoulders to do this. Okay, we know that the hip is a big, big joint. So sometimes we have to do a nice active stretch to get it versus passive. Now left hand comes next to the right. Take a good hold of the ankle or even into the lower part of the shin there. Bend the elbows. Press the left knee out. Let the shoulders get as soft as you can get them. Now flex the right foot. And then lift the head and the upper back off the ground and lift the right foot a bit. Keep drawing that left ankle toward you. Bring the foot down, bring the head down. Okay, right arm comes out, T position. Left hand either grabs that leg, you've got it already, so you can stay right around there, or give yourself a yogi toe lock. And then draw that leg out to the side, open it up to the side. Right, here's where we get the inner thigh and the groin. Just hang out here for a while, breathe. It's a strong release for the inner thighs. And again, if you want to stabilize that right hip, you can place that right hand on the right hip bone because you don't want to roll to the left with it, right? You want the right hip bone to be facing the ceiling. Okay, if you've held on to that hip, release it now. Take the arm into a T position. Right arm T, and now left arm T. Release it from that leg. And now little circles to the left with a flexed heel. And reverse. Bring that leg back to center. Bend the knee. Take a hold of the shin, intertwine. Press that thigh down into the torso again. Push the shoulders away from your ears. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Lift the head off the ground, right foot off the ground. Push out through that right heel. Hold it here. Draw the navel down, getting some core here. And bring it back down. Left arm, T position, right hand grabs the outer side of that left leg and draws it to the right side of your mat for spinal rotation to the right. Okay, so this is a passive pose, right? We're not using any muscles to stretch. It's a passive stretch. So when you're doing a passive stretch, the key is to just scan the body and release. And then you release one part and then you go to the next. So it's just this deep surrender to the pose. Full deep breaths, feel your belly move. All right, bring the left arm up to the ceiling. Spread the fingers apart, wiggle them. Yeah, really bend, bend, bend. Look up there. Look at all the joints in your hands. Try to get them. Try to get them all. In your fingers. All right, now blade shape. Keep the right shoulder nice and soft. Okay, now a fist. Punch that fist up to the ceiling. Feel the arm bone lift up from the shoulder. Now we've got more space to rotate, right? Keep that space in the shoulder joint. Soften your hand. Okay, arm comes over your head. And then to the left side. Over your hip and to the right side. And then over your head again. There's that full rotation. Again, close your eyes and feel it in the shoulder. So when you take your awareness to the part of the body that you're working on, you're really kind of upping your game. Okay? Because now you're customizing. Now you're really, well, not only are you customizing by feeling it, right, in your own individual way, but also, you're just working deeper by putting your awareness there. You're really working deeper in that joint. Reverse direction. Yeah, just feel the openness that you're creating. One more rotation. A full one. Arm drops next to you again in a T position. All right, roll over to center. Now you're in a T position with both arms. Straighten that left leg to the ceiling. Get a hold behind it, intertwine. Bend the elbows and draw that thigh toward you. Okay, left hamstrings. All right, now really grab a hold of that leg because we're going to move into some core work, which means my sweatshirt comes off because I just know I'm going to get warmed up here. All right, so you're hanging on to that left leg, right? Your arms are straight. So when you straighten your arms, wherever you hit the leg, that's where you want to hang on. Chin to the chest. Okay, flex the right foot, lift that heel off the ground a few inches. Okay, now bend the elbows and lift your torso and your head off the mat. Draw your navel down. Switch legs. Switch. Switch. Now you see this is great because you're getting a core workout, and every time you draw that leg toward you, you're also stretching and opening the back of that leg, right? Hamstrings. All right, both legs to the ceiling. Take your hands behind your head. Okay, got your fingers intertwined, elbows out to the sides. Pull your navel to the ground, flex both heels. Open the elbows, faces looking straight up at the ceiling, everyone. Push the heels up to the ceiling. At the same time, press your navel to the ground. You probably are going to move very little, if at all. It's all internal. Release. Press the heels up. Pull the navel down. Hold it. Release. All right, again, heels up, belly down. Push, push, push those heels up. Nice. All right, take the toes out, heels in, and give yourself a scissor kick. One heel over the other. Push those heels up to the ceiling while you're doing this. That way you get a twofer. You get your legs and your abdominals. Okay, ready to start taking them down slowly. Scissor kick, toes out, toes out, toes out. Now, if it's too much for you to keep your head lifted, take it to the ground and just do the leg stuff. That's absolutely fine. Now come on back up. Now, you only go as close to the ground as your lower back will allow. If the lower back starts hurting, start coming up. Down. Up. Exhale, exhale. Give it a really good, strong exhale, everyone. Up. And head comes to the ground. Soften those elbows to the ground and soften the spine to the ground. All right, nice. Bend your knees. Shins are parallel to the ground. Take the knees apart so that they're over the hips. Flex both heels. Draw the navel down. Lift the head off the ground. Again, that's optional. If you want to keep the head down, absolutely fine. Straighten your right leg away from you. Left knee comes up toward the chest. Circle the right heel. Yeah, push through that heel, push through that heel. Reverse the circle. Switch legs, right knee in, left leg out, flex that left heel, feel this, pull the navel down. That's it, feel the core work. Circle that left heel. They're little circles. Stay controlled, everyone. Reverse. Switch legs, one leg at a time. Every time you push away, flex that heel that's coming away from your body. Pull the navel down while you do this. Pull it down. Okay, upper and lower abs engaged here. Feel that. Press, press. Now, turn it to one side. We're going to bicycle. Lift the torso and turn. So remember, when you lift the torso, you're turning the torso toward that leg. It's not just the head that's turning, right? The head only turns because the torso turns. And back to center. Drop your head into the mat. Grab your shins. Press your thighs down into your belly, into your torso. Nice. Deep breaths right here. Now take the soles of your feet together. Grab your ankles. Bend your elbows. And then press your elbows into your inner thighs to open the knees to the sides. Chin is to the chest. Now slowly Let the legs come down to the ground and the feet, but keep the legs in this position. Oh, let them open. Take your arms in cactus pose. So you go into a T pose and you just bend 90 degrees at the arms, at the elbows. Now, as you're here, experience your inner thighs and your groin. Soften them. Move your belly as you breathe here. All right, draw the knees together. Take the feet apart, hip distance. Straighten your arms, palms down and into the ground. So where do you want to be with the arms? You're definitely not on your mat. You're not that close. Okay, we're going to go into bridge pose. So take it off the mat a bit. So you're not all the way over in a T pose, and you're not even halfway, a little closer to the body than a T pose. All right, now lift all 10 toes off the ground. Feel the little tripods at the bottom of your feet, the centers of your heels, the large and the small ball mounds of your feet. I want you to press into all 3 of those on each foot. Okay? Depending on how you walk, you may kind of just have a tendency to go on the little balls or the big balls. No, both balls of the feet and the middle of the heels. Got it? Now let the toes come down into the mat, but still feel those tripods. Now pull your navel down to the ground and feel your tail lift up just a little bit. Your tailbone just lift up a little bit toward your knees. Now slowly begin to peel your back off the mat and press into the feet. You've got a pillow between your thighs, an imaginary one, so they're going to stay apart as you open into this little bridge. Now press into those tripods at the bottom of your feet, lift some more. Okay, those of you who want to lift your bridge some more, walk the shoulder blades in toward each other, and then your arms come in. Now, if you're doing that, your arms are probably on your mat. Now lift a little higher. Chin to the chest. This is really good stimulation for the thyroid gland. Now, think about that imaginary pillow between your thighs. I want you to roll your thighs in toward that pillow. See if you can't get even a little more lift and a little bit more glute activation. Now pulse the hips halfway down and to the ceiling. Don't forget about the feet. Think about those up and down. All right. If you walked your shoulder blades in closer to lift your bridge a little higher, walk them apart again. Bring the arms out more. And we're going to slowly come down into the mat. Feel your spine meet the mat. One little vertebrae bone at a time. There it is. There it is. And when your lower back gets on the ground, oh, feel it flatten to the mat. Bring your knees up to the chest. Give yourself a nice stretch. Release knees. You can either hold your hands gently at the top of your kneecaps if you tend to be kind of hard and rough, maybe to the sides or above them. And then little circles. Get that lower back massaged. And reverse. All right, cross at the ankles, flick those feet up to the ceiling and then to your mat. And come on up. And then place yourself in table pose. Okay. Yes, table pose. Okay, check out your architecture, everyone. Wrists under the shoulders, Knees under the hips. All right, and you're looking straight down at the mat. Right here, I want you to notice how the neck is part of the spine. Okay, we kind of tend to think of the neck as being separate, but it is the cervical spine, right? So try to get your neck positioned with the rest of your spine here. Okay, that means you're going to be looking straight down at your mat. Now we're going to get the neck. Now take your chin to your chest, drop the crown of your head toward your mat, and notice how the top of the spine, the cervical spine, you're curving it. Take your chin to your chest. And as the chin is pressed into the chest, press more firmly into the hands. And just hold us here for a moment. Releasing the neck. Now take the neck back to that nice neutral position. Okay, now look a little forward, just a little bit. Lift the head. So I don't want you to compress, but just a little bit, a little curl at the top of the spine here. Okay, now chin to the chest again. Now look forward just a little bit. Feel how smooth you can make that movement. And now chin to the chest again. All right, now chin slightly to the chest. Don't draw too much to the chest, but just a little bit. Now look to the right, toward your right shoulder. Press into your hands some more. Keep those arm bones nice and long. All right, chin to the chest. Now sweep the chin to the left shoulder. And now back to center and neutral position. All right, cat-cow, everyone. Drop your udders, lift your tail, send your heart between your biceps and forward, and lift from the crown of your head, cow pose. Press into the hands, press the tops of the toes into the mat. Yeah, you've got a nice active one, all active inside, right? Okay, round your tail, we're moving into cat. Here comes the big arch of the spine toward the ceiling. Dropping your head so you get that cervical spine like we did before, curved. All right, now right here, take some really big, deep breaths. And feel the shoulder blades and the wing bones pull apart out toward the sides as you inhale. Really breathe into your back body here. Now, next inhale, let the rib cage open up. And release. Cow pose. Bring that tail up, heart forward, lift the crown of your head. Okay, right here, let's just rev it up a little bit. Feel the palms, feel the bottoms of your palms, the heels of your palms pressing into the mat. They're stuck there, but you're trying to drag them back toward your knees. And as you do that, send your heart forward. You can bend the elbows just a little bit and notice how you get this in the upper part of your back and between the shoulder blades. All right, release that and come into a cat. And let's fire up the cat pose a little bit. Fingers are spread apart. They're pressing into the mat and they're stuck. Pretend that you want to not pretend, rotate your hands into one another, but they're stuck into the mat. Okay, they're stuck into the mat. Okay, so again, you're widening that upper back. Now breathe here. One more deep breath. And release it into a nice table pose here. Left knee comes in just a bit. Press the top of that left foot to the ground. Send the right leg out with the flexed heel. Press it out a lot. Feel the right glute activate. Squeeze the right butt cheek and pull up on your navel. Okay, now just little pulses with that right heel as you're pressing that heel away from the body. So that right leg is super active. Hold it up there, bend that right knee, take it towards your right shoulder, send it back again. Flexed heel, shoulder, back. Feel how much of the glute you're getting here. Shoulder, back, press into the hands. You want those shoulders to be nice and open. So the more strongly you press into your hands, the more open your shoulders will stay, right? You don't want to dump weight into them. Okay, send that leg back. Bring the right leg down next to the left, knee into the mat. Send the left leg out. Okay, push out through that left heel. It's flexed. Yeah, begin feeling the left glutes this time. Keep that neck in a nice neutral position. Look down at your mat. Lift the heel a little higher and pulse. They're really little pulses. Slow and controlled. Hold it a little higher. Bend that knee toward the shoulder. Send it back. Toward the shoulder. Send it back. Oh, feel those outer glutes. Toward the shoulder. Back. Toward the shoulder, back, bring it down. Get yourself in a nice table pose once again. We're going to thread the needle. And right arm comes up, swing it up. Take that hand behind the left wrist, drop down into the right shoulder, and try to soften into this. It's an awkward one. Now, what do you do with the left hand? You can keep it where it's at. You can bind it. Or left arm up to the ceiling with the palm tipped as if you want to catch raindrops in it. Main thing is you just release into that right shoulder. Let your weight drop into it. Yeah, let your weight drop into it. Left palm into the mat, right in front of your face. Press up as you straighten that left arm. Come into a table pose again. All right, I just want you to notice the difference between your right shoulder and your left shoulder. Okay, that's the opening that you just gave it. Left arm comes up. That hand goes behind the wrist. You drop down into that left shoulder. And then you try to get comfortable as you can here. Put that right arm wherever, to the ceiling, down to the ground, a bind, and then awareness back at the left shoulder. So the right arm is just put it where it needs to be to get out of the picture. It's the left shoulder that we're releasing now. Every exhale, drop more of your weight into it. Right hand into the mat. Straighten that arm to lift you. All right. Now we've opened both shoulders. Okay, elbows bend to the sides of your mat and then clasp your hands together. Now, look at your hands. Make a little hole in your hands. Okay, I'm gonna come up so I can show you. See? See that little hole? Like that. So that's a little hole that's for the crown of your head. But the crown of your head, you're not going to really put the weight on it. It's just you aim it for that and you just barely touch it. Okay? If you're going to go all the way up with us. Okay. So got that little hole. Place the crown of your head on that hole. It's like you're putting a little egg on there, right? But it's not heavy at all. Okay, now walk your knees a little closer to you and press down into the elbows and into the hands. It's going to fire up your shoulders. Now, if you want to do dolphin pose, curl your toes and straighten your legs, lifting your hips.
Now, if you're doing dolphin pose, again, you don't want to place weight into your hands from your head, right? Because you want to protect your neck. Instead, you press down into the arms and your shoulders do the work. You can even walk your feet a little closer if you're in dolphin. And again, if your knees are to the ground, that's fine too. Just keep pressing into those elbows. You're still going to get the shoulders. Come on down on the knees, everyone. All right, now press the hips back toward the heels, straighten the arms, and child's pose. All right, lift the hips, curl the toes, come on up, down dog. Okay, we're finally up. All right, now let's really take care of the calves and the feet. Now, go on the tippy toes on your right foot. Really pick up that heel, that right heel. Now, press the left heel back. Press forward into the hands to draw. I'm talking about as if you want to slide your hands forward, but they're stuck. And that's going to bring your chest back. Okay, now lift the right heel some more and press down into those toes. So you're getting a workout for your right foot, right? Opening up those toe joints and the underside of the foot. If you get a cramp, that's okay. Just release that foot a little bit, okay? Especially those of you who get plantar fasciitis, you might want to just, not come up quite as much. Now, the left calf muscle is getting workout here. Switch sides slowly. Now, as you bring that right heel down, bring the left heel up and press your weight back again. Now press more deeply into those left toes, as much as you can handle, and switch sides. And the whole time you're doing this, keep switching. You're just pressing your belly button up and lifting your hips to the ceiling and pressing your chest back toward your legs. Okay, now both heels back. Lift your belly toward your spine. Take your left foot in a bit, just off center. Root into that foot. Lift the right leg, three-legged dog. Press into the hands. Push the chest back toward your left leg. Turn your hips and open them to the right. Lift that right ankle to the ceiling. Oh, there's that outer glute again. Bend the knee and let the foot fall back. You've just loaded into your left arm and left shoulder, so push more firmly into the left hand, pressing the mat away from you. It's going to keep the shoulder nice and open. Now straighten that right leg, turn your hips so they're facing the mat. Keep the right leg nice and straight. Look forward, right foot comes forward between your hands. Check the architecture, knee is over the ankle. That right leg, shimmy the left toes back. Keep going, keep going. Little more. Yeah, as much as you can. Keep that leg nice and long. Now, squeeze your left butt cheek. Feel the left thigh react as well. Keep it squeezed. Keep it squeezed. Keep pressing that left heel back. Take your left hand next to your right foot. Reach forward with your right arm. Press back with your left heel. See how that keeps you balanced? Now lift that arm to the ceiling. Rotate your torso to the right. Bend the elbow cactus arm style and twist a little bit. Draw that right hip in. Now bring it forward and down. Look back there, left toe should still be facing forward. Straighten your right knee. Walk your hands back. Drop that left heel as close to the mat as you can get it. Now bend your elbows back to drop your forehead down toward your right shin. Bend the right knee, bring it forward again. Okay, look back there at that left foot, hop it a little forward and turn it about 45 degrees. Now, at this point, you may want to shift your right foot closer to the edge of your mat a little bit because the feet should be going on two different train tracks, not the same one. Come on up, warrior one. Reach up with the fingertips, sit a little deeper, and open this into a warrior two. Make sure you keep that right inner thigh open. Looking at the right fingertips, lifting the heart, drawing the navel back, tailbone down to the ground, not curled behind you, flat down toward the ground. Rotate the right palm up, lift it to the ceiling, lose that left arm. Reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. Press firmly into both your feet. Press especially firmly into the outer edge of your left foot. That back leg is giving you lots of stability. Draw the navel back and reach your heart out toward the drishti, toward that right middle finger. Drishti is your focal point. Drop the right arm inside the right leg. Press them into one another. Come on, both of them. Press, press, press. You're going to feel that in the upper thigh. And lift that left arm. Those of you who bind can bind this. You can take the left arm back, bend the elbow, take the top of that hand somewhere to your back body. You can even bind the right arm. Or you can bind not at all. Release the bind. Bring the left arm over your ear and feel that intense side stretch. Feel your left waist opening up. Open it up some more. Press into the edge of that left foot. Yeah, lock in there. Now reach the left fingertips away from you. There it is. Come on up. Warrior two again. Warrior one. Swoosh forward. We're going to go into pigeon pose. Lift that back foot, the heel, turn those back toes so they're facing forward. Walk the left foot to the left side of your mat. Drop the right knee to the side. Push that left leg back. Okay. Level the hips to the ground as much as you can, then come forward. Okay. Those of you who don't like to do it that way can do it on your back, and you've got your right ankle over your left leg. You grab underneath that left thigh and bring it toward you. It's just another way of getting to that right hip. And slowly lifting up. Okay, so listen up. We're gonna, well, unfortunately, running out of time. I was gonna do some more shoulder stuff. I may just throw it in, depends. I don't wanna go over too much for you guys or even at all. Okay, curl your back toes, lift that knee up, squeeze your left butt cheek, squeeze it. Pull your navel up to your spine. Press into the hands to lift your torso. Take the right leg back. Come on back up. Down dog. So breathe here into your down dog. Oh, separate those fingers. Feel the palms of your hands. Feel your toes pressing into the mat. Feel how nice and long and straight and tall your back is here. And it's inverted. Yeah, you get inversion here. Right foot comes in. Root it into the mat. Left leg sweeps up. Three-legged dog. Press forward into your hands to drive your chest back towards your right leg this time. Nice, nice, nice. Turn the hips to the left. Flex that left heel. Keep that leg nice and straight. Lift it a little higher. Nice. Bend the knee. Let the foot fall back. Here it is, loading into the right shoulder. So you got to press into the right hand. push the mat away from you. That's going to protect your shoulder big time. Just being aware of your, kind of where you're transferring weight here. Okay, rotate the hips so they're facing the mat. Straighten that left leg out. Look forward. Left foot comes forward. And knee is over the ankle. Now it's time to shimmy those right toes back and get a lot of length, a lot of space between your left foot and your right foot. There we go. Squeeze the right butt cheek. That's going to squeeze the thighs as well. All right. Push that right heel back. Take the right hand next to the left foot. Now, if you can't get the palm down, that's fine. Just come to your fingertips. Left arm forward. Press the right heel back. Reach forward with the left. Okay? That's giving you balance. Pressing back, pressing forward. Lift the arm to the ceiling here. Draw that left thigh in towards center. Cactus arm in a little twist. Bring the arm forward again. Turn the hips toward the mat again. Straighten that left leg. Drop that right heel back. Walk your hands back. Fingertips are forward. Pyramid pose. Bend your elbows back. Drop your forehead toward your left shin. Release from this, bending the left knee, stopping when it's over the ankle. Looking back at that right foot, take it out about 45 degrees or so. And come up, warrior one. Okay, again, you want to be on two different tracks. Why? Because if I have my feet on one track or tracks that are barely separate, I won't have enough balance, and I'll be working on my balance more than I will on my, opening up and stretching here. Okay, now look down at your left inner thigh and your left knee. I want you to keep them right there as you open your arms into warrior two. Don't move those. Don't move them. Nice. All right. Look over just beyond your left middle finger, a really soft, easy stare. That's your drishti. Rotate the left palm up, lose the right arm. Left arm comes overhead. Back to warrior two. Get that drishti again. Take your heart out to it. Press into the left foot, outer edge of the right foot. Feel the left inner thigh work. Drop that arm inside the leg. Press the leg and arm into one another. Yes, you're going to feel your inner thigh. Yes, you're going to feel your hip. Reach the right fingertips toward the ceiling. You can stay right here, or this is a perfect place for people who like binding to bind it up. Binders release. Everyone slowly draw that right arm over. Let's feel this intense side stretch. Okay, let's make it intense. So press into the outer edge of your right foot. Press, press, press. Reach out with the right fingertips. You're going to feel your right waist open. Draw your navel back. That's it. That's it. Cartwheel up. Warrior two. Arms come up. Turn the hips forward. Warrior one. We're coming into pigeon pose. If you like to do it on your back, flip over and take the left ankle to the top of the right thigh. Right leg is bent. You grab underneath it, draw it toward you. If you're coming down traditional style, make sure those hips are level before you drop.
And slowly lift up. Curl those back toes, lift the knees, squeeze the right butt cheek, pull the navel up, pull the torso up, take your left foot back, walk it to the center of your mat. Okay, swing your arms back, lift up. Okay. Turn the left palm away from you, bring that arm down, bend the right arm. Soften your left shoulder and your right. Take your right ear toward your right shoulder. Going to release the left side of the neck here. So just be patient. Yeah, just let things soften up slowly. And release, head back to center. Take the right arm down, left arm up, reach up, bend the elbow, I should say, left elbow. Drop the shoulders, especially that right one. Here we go. Left ear, left shoulder. And release. Okay, I am going to throw in a shoulder one. Okay. And we can do it this way. All right. So sit in a little chair, push your butt back. Okay, little chair. Just a little chair. Okay, bring your arms out to the sides. We're going to do eagle arms. Right arm's going to come under the left. And then you can take the tops of your hands together or the palms. Okay, sit a little deeper. Now listen, keep your shoulders down, but just lift your elbows. Now squeeze your arms into one another. Now begin to curl into a little ball. Take those elbows down. Kind of round them up toward your belly. Drop your head. And then uncurl. And then come to standing release. Okay, little chair again, sit in it. This time left arm under the right. You know, some people, if they do it fast, that helps. Get momentum. All right, sitting in your little chair. Lifting the elbows, but not the shoulders. Pressing the arms into one another. Curl forward. Uncurl. Lift up and release the arms. And just kind of little backstroke here. Bend the knees a little bit. Yeah, now a front stroke. Okay, nice. Nice. Inhale. Arms up overhead. We're going to waterfall. Again, you're going to sit back in a little chair. So you bend the knees, arms swing forward. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. This is a detox breath. Inhale, waterfall. Remember, knees are bent. Inhale, fall. Inhale through the nose. Full exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more exhale, stay down. Oh yeah, just dangle, dangle, dangle. Grab opposite. Elbows gently. Let the weight of the arms separate your wing bones. Oh yeah, feel the traction on your neck. Weight of your skull being drawn to the ground with gravity opens up the cervical spine, your neck.
Release the elbows. Feel the soles of your feet into the mat. Look down at your feet. Look at the outer edges of your feet. They should be parallel. If they're not, make them parallel. That could make you feel like you're a little pigeon-toed. Now take your big toes and lift them up and then press them toward one another. Place them in the mat. So you just made a gap between your big toes and your second toes. Keep that. Press into them. Big toes help balance. Drop your arms, drop your head, press into the big toes and the feet. Slowly lift up. Arms just dangle. Then arms come up and overhead. Hands in Namaste Mudra. Slowly bring them down to your heart. All right, let's bring it down. So down to your bellies. Final stretch here. All right, crocodile pose. Have your hands stacked and you have your head resting on your top hand. Your feet are toed in, your legs are hip distance apart, and you're just going to let go of everything here. Restore. All right, take your palms into your mat, chest level, getting ready for cobra pose. So legs hip distance or closer, feet are still toed in. Neck in alignment with the rest of your spine. So you're looking straight down at your mat. Feel your hands press into the mat. Lift your pubic bone. Roll it up towards your belly button. Gently drop it back down. Soften this lower back here. Yeah. And here we go. You're going to peel your front body off the mat. Try to press into the hands as little as possible, because then you get to use the muscles of your back, which is what this is all about. It's a back strengthener. So a full cobra is not that high. But for those of you who like to back bend after a cobra, you can come up. Oh. And then come back down again. Remember, back benders, take the weight out of your hands as soon as possible. You can even take your hands off the mat. Kiss your forehead to the mat. Come up one more time. And if you want to do a little twist at the top, go for it. Looking over one shoulder and the other. Be careful with that, only if it feels okay. And come on down. All right, into the ground. Turn your head to one side. Take your arms along the sides of your body. Flip your palms up. And then very slow motion style, turn your head to the other side. And then head back to center. Press into the palms, lift up into table pose. Curl your tail under, pick up your belly. And then just slowly draw those hips back towards your heels. Nice and warmed up now. You get to get this nice big spinal stretch, lower back stretch here. And then just roll down. Easy, easy, easy. Child's pose. Okay, and
Few more breaths there. You can flip it over into Shavasana. Okay, and in Shavasana, you want to just really make sure that everything's comfy. Remember what we did last week with the uh, towel roll under your neck and then the one under your knees? If you feel like doing that for your Shavasanas, go for it, for sure. All right. So just feel the body quieting. And then, of course, the mind quiets as well. And of course, when the mind becomes quieter, you hear your mental chatter more, right? We're all having dialogues all day long with ourselves. Now, the purpose is not to stop those dialogues because we're human beings. That's how we work, okay? That's how our minds work. Instead, just be aware of what your mind gives you. Be aware of the judgment or the regret or the whatever, right? Unfortunately, usually it's kind of like that, right? Usually it's not dialogue that's soothing. Okay, let's put it that way. Just notice it. Okay, it's just part of your experience as being human, and it's okay. And then go back to your breath. So taking your awareness from the mental thoughts to the breath. Maybe you like to feel the breath at your nostrils. Maybe at your belly, the rise and fall, maybe the rise and fall of your chest. Just wrap your breath with your awareness. Just put your awareness around the breath. All right. And for the next inhale and exhale, see if you can be with that breath for the entire inhale and exhale. Try it. And then maybe another. Maybe another. And again, your mind wanders, no big deal. You get to start again. You get to begin again. That's what life's about, right? Just beginning again. So try to cultivate just a sense of curiosity and awareness when your mind leaves your breath. Be curious about the thoughts and be aware of them. And then redirect your awareness to your breath once again. And if you really get pulled away with a, dialogue that goes on and on, it's okay. Begin again, right? Just keep beginning again. So, some people kind of approach meditation as kind of this, I don't know how to just like something you need to achieve. Like you need to achieve this clear mind where you don't have that inner dialogue. Well, that's absolutely nonsense because it's impossible. Instead, just notice the dialogue, okay? It gives a lot of insight, right? It really can show you what that chatter is about that you're usually not aware of. Gives you some insight, that's all. But at any moment, at any time, you can access your breath because it's always there. And you can redirect the mind from the chatter to the breath. You can get some nice inner peace. So just feel that nice nectar that flows when you're this relaxed. Let it flow through your body, filling up every cell of your body. Feeling of being well, well-being. All right, and in tonight's Shavasana practice, if you want to put a prayer in here, the Sankalpa, in intention, something that you desire, go for it. Next exhale, let it go. Let that seed just get blown into the universe. Just let it go. Get back to your breath. Next breath, try to follow it from beginning to end. The in-breath, the pause at the end of the in-breath, the out-breath, the pause after that. Try it. And beginning your transition. And then making your way slowly to the side, right side, or left. Knees tucked up to your chest. So we're going from corpse pose to fetal pose. One of my students was kind of commenting on that, how we go from Shavasana, which is corpse pose, and then we go into fetal pose, right? Just a transformation. And then slowly bringing yourself to seated. Okay. Sitting on your little throne. Back is nice and erect, strong, but yet relaxed. Shoulders drop down. Oh, easy, easy, nice. Jaws relaxed. Eyes, face. Bring your arms out to the sides, palms up. Inhale overhead. Namaste Mudra right over the top and bring it to your heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend. Stay warm for those of you who are out there. Oh my gosh, Michelle, look at that shiny heart that you have. How cool is that? Oh, oh. Now it's gone. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. See you next week.